All right, what is going on, people? How are you guys doing? We're going to do this quick little video. It is Saturday morning. I did not warn anybody about me coming on. So, what we're going to talk about today, yes, with the bow tie, I'm going to get some jokes about this, I'm sure, but sometimes you have to switch it up. So, what we're going to talk about today is the six human needs. It's something that kind of Tony Robinson came up with years ago. And as him being one of the great life coaches that he is, it was something that I was able to apply for myself and to um, help me as I went to life coach school myself last year and certified. So, what I'm also going to be working on is getting my badge showing that I have been through life coach school, and we'll go from there. So you won't be saying that you're just talking to anybody and somebody just talking about, oh, I've done this, and they have no receipts. I have an actual life coach school that you can actually um, call and ask, and I'm registered through the registry of life coaches in United States of America. When I go back and get the second one, I will be globally considered a life coach on paper. So for those that are watching the replay and those that might be coming back, Jenny Morena, first one here. How you doing, sis? I know I just popped up out of nowhere. I got the little bow tie thing going. I'm actually going to do a probably a little segment on that to show young men how to tie a bow tie in a tie in a segment. I got to figure out how I'm gonna do the camera thing for that, right? To do a close up. So yeah, we are here this morning. We are just rocking out. It is my brother's birthday. I will not call his name out, but happy birthday to my little brother, who's 5 years younger than me on this date of this being broadcasted. So for everybody that's coming in or coming through, we're just going to do this right quick, and then I am promoting it. I know she's not. She's getting ready for her show, but I am promoting Suzette Speaks. So she will be coming on at 12 Eastern Standard Time. And let me see, Gail at Night had a great show last night. Um, I was trying to do both while I was on BMU's show. Let me see, the World Class had a great show last night. And anybody that I named that everybody, a lot of people have a lot of great content. Um, and Jenny Morena, everybody's waiting for her to get hers. But Luke Casely, a lot of you guys have great shows. The Intentional Millionaire, VA in the House. Uh, and so the big mic drop, you finally caught me, bro. You caught me in the Muslim state. No, I'm just playing. I just went on here and went with the bow tie, do a little bit of style. Um, Big mic drop is another one who has a great platform too. He's a great researcher. And Jenny, I know you're doing your thing. If you could drop his link, but yeah, we're going to talk about the six human needs. And I try to do things over here where everybody else is not doing. We have to learn how to deal with ourselves. So what my thing is to give you things and teachings to where you won't need me. Um, Candidate Ann, how you doing, sis? How you doing? Big shout out to you. So yeah, I try to do not try. We don't use the word try over here. We don't use word try or should over here. We do it, right? So here's the thing. So what we do over here is that I give you things and techniques that I learned from life coaching to where you don't need to for me to be around and can use those techniques. This is what the channel is about. We can't keep talking about what we're going to do and then we don't do it. And we have it the church mentality where you have to come back to church to get the rest of the sermon and pass the collection plate. As you notice, I have nothing scrolling across the screen. Big Mike dropping. Some other people are going to get on me about that. Uh, you say I'm sugar sharp. There you go. God. So you know, I don't believe in that. We all here in the chat, we all here that are watching on the rewatch have something to give, something to offer. And I don't believe that you have to charge for everything. What's going to come to me is going to come, to me for what I give out. And I'd rather for it to go back to my children's and my children's children, like my two grandsons. So I always say that. So I hope this, be a very, good thing that we can all learn together, because when you teach somebody, you are also learning yourself. Two people learn. And Canada Ann, of course, Jenna Moreno has a channel too. So if you could drop hers, I appreciate it. I'm trying to get Jenny to drop her Cash App. This is how I roll, people. If you're going to have people working for you, per se, or helping you out, or volunteering for you to be a mod, I try to get to the point to where, hey, put your Cash App in there, and you guys bless them, as well as me blessing them on the back end when I get to that level. That's where I'm going. We have to change the game. Don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk, right? So here we go. Now we're going to go, we're going to get some stuff. We're going to get some house cleaning stuff going. We're going to get this music. I have done my little, if that's what you want to call that. So we're going to turn this down to about 20, like Gail always suggested. We at 20. Doesn't overpower me as much. Maybe let's go to 25. Is that good for you guys? I hope you guys can still hear me. I know at 50 is usually pretty loud. So look, here's the thing. We're here to learn from each other. So with that being said, we're going to get started with the first one, with the 6 human needs. Like I said, for those that are just catching this, big up to you, Daryl. How you doing, brother? For those of you that are catching this is to help. The 6 human needs was, like I said, created pretty much by Tony Robinson, or great, life coach. Now, there are human necessities too. That's another show. I was going to add it to this, but it's Saturday. We all don't have time to be doing all that. It's Saturday morning, trying to get our eat on, trying to go spend time with family. At least that's my goal. So with the first one, it's going to be certainty, safe. It's one of the first human needs he put, certainty. Okay. You want to feel safe. Some of us have certain jobs because we know they don't lay off, and we want to feel safe. Now, some of us stay in relationships, even if, now let's do the full relationship thing in the certainty here. Safe with your parents, your siblings, your cousins. Safe. Okay. So, and if y'all heard my dog, he's barking at the mailman. He never likes the mailman. So forgive the barking right now. Mailman does not do nothing to him. One of the coolest mailmen you ever. He's like the Pink Panther. Straight up. That's my mailman. He's the Pink Panther. He's that cool. Small figure and everything like him. But back to certainty. Safe. Some of us do this because safe is where it is, and you feel, safe at what you're doing. But there comes a time where that safety will be in jeopardy. And so in your relationships, you have, you don't say certain things to certain people, but we as people, we like to always feel safe. If you don't feel safe, you get out of your comfort zone, and it puts you in a different state of mind. So certainty is the first one for the 6 human needs. That's safe. The second one is going to be uncertainty. And I did it again. There's a 2 with the comma instead of the dot because I was typing from a long way. So forgive me for that. Laugh. I'm glad we can get a little laugh out of that. So, but uncertainty, need for change. You got to change it up sometimes, just like in relationships that we're in, especially romantic, or let's call it together relationships. I think we use the word romantically relationships because it's a cliche, but we know it's not always romantically for those that have been married for a while or even been with somebody for a while. So in relationships that you are with or in with somebody that you've been with for years, your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, significant other. Make sure I try to cover all the diasporas here, right? Um, you have to change it up. It gets boring real quick. But let me tell you something. For those that know, step kids are just kids alone. They take all that out. They take all of that romantic away real quick. Real quick. The woman's not feeling like she's ever felt before. Or if you're the stepmother or the stepfather who's never had kids, you're both working, and it's just crazy. You go through this blur, like, and for those that are aunts and uncles that do it, that help out, the village. You go through this blur of picking them up from school, going to practice, tutoring, then go to bed, well, do homework, eat, go to bed, then you go. Okay, you really don't have a weekend, right? Because they have games, but we have to. And I say all that because you have to change. I bring it all back is you know you have to change things up, because when a child comes, that certainty kind of goes away, that safeness where y'all can just get up and go. You go back into the uncertainty. You have to now schedule yourself for time for your relationship with your family, and uncertainty keeps things going. The surprises. Why you give me flowers? Did you just cheat on me or something? I've had women ask me that in the past, like, no, it's just, why wait till Valentine's Day? Why wait until your birthday? Why wait until the day I propose to you or something? Uncertainty. I catch my wife off guard all the time. It's just like, but when I send her edible arrangements to her job, it's like all your friends and coworkers be eating it. And I'm like, she's like, it's fine. I said, yeah, it is. I said, because right now I'm making it real hard for their husbands and boyfriends and fiancés. It's like, just out of the blue, that's what I do. The uncertainty with my wife, I enjoy it because it's fun. It's actually very fun. So that was number two, the uncertainty. With me over here, guys, let me hold it up for a while. You have to let me see if I did that again. Yeah, I did do it again on 3. So anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about the commas instead of the period. Sorry about that. So I did the same thing on number 3 because I did this right before this. So please forgive me. But anyway, it is what it is, and we'll do it like this. So number 3 is significance. I'm gonna hang my hat right here. I'm glad the camera came in on me. Significance. Feel needed. This is why a lot of people are on YouTube, TikTok, IG. You're not really accomplishing nothing, but the point is, and the fact of the matter is, a lot of people need to feel needed. This is how people get in trouble. This is how cheating starts. This is how affairs start, because you go get attention somewhere else. Not including, we're talking about the way people dress. And I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about some guys too. Can't put it all on the women. I'm going to be hard on the guys over here. I'm easing into this, what I'm doing. I told my sister, Candidate Ann, that, and I told Bit might drop on his great show. What's his show? No, the World Class show last night. Like, hey, I'm about to go a different direction. We got to do more training here instead of complaining. More training instead of complaining. Does that make sense? More training instead of complaining. If we do that, we can get a lot more accomplished. But the need to feel needed, that thing, the significance to feel needed. People want to be heard. Significance, feel needed. I'm telling you, it's quite obvious from this YouTube thing we got going and all this other stuff. I'm sorry I'm playing with this camera like this, guys, because I just got it last night. So it follows me. So if I raise my hand or something, it would just zoom in on me without on its own. So sorry about that. But the significant part, number 3. Okay? Significance, feel needed. I can hang my hat right there all day. A lot of people need to feel needed. And the problem is that when you need to feel needed, you go to the wrong places to get that hunger fed. And people's intentions are not always good. So this is why I'm saying look at these 6 human needs and see how that works for you, and where do you get these things from, or how do you implement it? Because the goal is to do all 6 of these eventually. You get what I'm saying? And so that significance and you feeling significant is very important, women, for men to feel that way. Vice versa. Watch this on the significant part. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's beginning to talk to this beautiful young lady. And I said, well, this is where the significance come in. He goes, where, Bernard? I said, well, if you learn her day while she's at work, and you begin to listen and kind of learn who her coworkers are at work, you can make her still feel significant when she gets home, and have certain things done to where she won't have to worry about it. It does not have to be a massage. Maybe you just order her favorite food, but you can hear in her voice how her day went. Same goes with women, and a lot of women do that. And I'm sure Jenny Morena is one of them. She's and Candidate Ann, y'all are like stellar wives, just like my wife. I remember truck driving for like 18 hours one day, and my wife came. I came home the day after, and she said, "I brought you something." It was as simple as a chocolate cupcake. I cannot make this up. She know I love chocolate. She know I love loves. She know I love chocolate. Sorry, I said that wrong. She know I love chocolate. It's something as simple as that. With my wife, I do a lot of ordering of her favorite food, or being that I don't even eat meat, I would literally like cook my wife a steak. Like I was asking her this week, I said, "Hey, do you want me to?" I was thinking about getting you some pork chops, mashed potatoes, some mac and cheese and some yams or something. She said, "Oh, what make you want to do that?" I said, "It's not just about me eating vegan." So, I would do stuff like that. I make her feel significant. So, and I make her feel needed also, because I ask her questions and just don't go out and do things. So, number 3 is a very powerful piece. Um, you know, Once again, significance. And the first one, we go back up to certainty, the uncertainty, and then the need for change. And then number 3 was significance. So let's go back here. Okay, and let me go back here and see something. Yes, 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 Jenny. Significance is golden. Is golden. Being in tune to others' needs, and it's not just your partners, your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. If they're in your life, know how to be significant in certain people's lives who mean a lot to you. And I even do it at work, even though I don't get it back, but I do it at work. I do it at work. I do. So yes, yes, Jenny. Very is much golden. Simple compliment. I tell my wife, "Oh, you looking good today. I like that. I like that." So the fourth one, we all need this: love and connection. Connection and love. We need that. It's quite obvious, once again, from the things you see on YouTube and the way people are reacting to things or how they are acting. A lot of this was lost in their childhood or in their early years. People have to remember, people are nothing but grown children that are still learning. And a lot of our basis, we didn't get the connection and love. But you have to have that. You have to have the connection and love when it comes to the basics. That's why it's important. Um, what my generation has done, and me and my best friend talk about it all the time when we are smoking cigars. We did what some of our parents dropped the ball on, even though they didn't mean to do it. We hug our sons, our daughters. We kiss them. We tell them we love them. I have that communication open, open that connection, and I have it open to where they could always come to me. You know, if I don't, I can lose a lot there. And it's very important to have that connection and love. But it's quite obvious. I'm telling you guys, the stuff you see on YouTube and I see on YouTube, it is quite obvious. We don't see a lot of it. We do not see a lot of it. And that connection and love has really, that being absent in a lot of people's lives is the results of the things we see on YouTube. Seriously. And that's why this channel is not full of drama like people probably want it to be. But you need, once again, you need to have a space where you can come and get some word and some uplifting stuff, not a bunch of cussing. I don't mind. Let me tell you something. Let's go to that. Side note, just because somebody cuss does not mean they don't have nothing good to say. We'll leave that there. Now, back to connection and love. Now, with the connection and love, right? With the connection and love, you can't connect, or you can't, nobody, if you're not communicating, that's part of connection. And the way some of us were raised and communicated to, it was harsh. So you never got that connection. You broke that connection. You tuned that person out. You tuned the words out. But then you always had that grandmother or that grandfather or that one aunt that just gave you that love, that just like obliterated everything. It just like gave you a calmness. And all you just need is one. Just one. Just one. You just need one person to love you. Just one. The world class. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing, sir? Like I said, guys, y'all, you know I'm not gonna feed over into Miss Suzette Speaks because she got the show today called Catfish. Yeah, I think most of us have been catfish. It's kind of hard to do with the phone nowadays, but there is Photoshop. Anyway, that was a side note. But going back to connection and love is number 4. A lot of people, it's quite obvious, did not get that growing up. You can see the results in the way they talk. You ask certain questions or certain things trigger them. And love is very, 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 very powerful. It's a lot softer than the things that are being said negative to us as children. And it's hard to come back from that for a lot of us who's never had therapy, who's never been to counseling, and we're still trying to figure it out on our own. Love and connection and love is very strong in the 6 human needs. Very strong. I cannot stress that enough. And I feel bad for the people who had that type of foundation and they're still trying to find a way. 30s, in their 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. I've seen it in all ages. And when you begin to start to talk to people, hey, there it is, y'all. She came up. There it is. I just spoke her up, didn't I, guys? I'm not gonna be long because my sister right here, Suzette Speaks, will be doing her show Catfish. Make sure you go over because I will be over there. Looking like anyway, I just had to throw in the bow tie. Anyway, much love to all of you guys in the chat. And I'm gonna say that honestly, and for those that are watching, much love to all of you that might not have gotten that when you were younger. I'm the type of person is I'm gonna always love people for them because some people never got this connection or love. They never got it. And like I said, it's quite obvious. You see this in the like in fact, going back to significance, Suzette Speaks show the other night, the young lady, FAMU, significant. She needed to feel significant, feel needed. I need you to see me. All these things that are going on these reaction videos that some of us are doing or having shows on, this is proof. I don't have to make this up. So going back to from significance to this, if she did not get this connection and love, adding that with number 3, to feel needed and be significant, this is the results we get. This is the results we get, people. And we have to start helping people. And that's why I'm over here with the warm background so you can feel, it's becoming. That's why I pick orange, burnt orange. It's a becoming and warm feeling, right? I want you to come over here and be able to be like, hey, I learned something today, or we learned something today, because you guys have put something in the chat that I'm gonna be learning too, and all of us will learn. This is a village. Everybody has their own channel, a lot of us in this chat, and we have our purpose. My purpose is to be balanced, is to keep everybody together. So going back to connection and love is very powerful and very much needed. But unfortunately, a lot of us and people that we know did not have this in the basis of our life as children. Going house to house, going different places. I'm telling you, the YouTube and TikTok has proven this. This was not in the basics of a lot of people's lives. I'm telling you. So let me go into the chat. I see it jumping off. Gail at Night, the one and only. There it is. There it is. Gail at Night. I got the heavy hitters over here. What are y'all doing over here with me? What am I doing? What am I doing? I got the heavy hitters over here. Loving all of y'all, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Wally, what's going on? And I like to salute everybody out because every last one of you guys means something to me. And this is why, I've been doing my own. I'm about to hear it from Noble, from the World Class. But this is why I love you guys, because of this right here. Because you do not have to be here, and here's the reason why.
Anything lost can be found again, except for time wasted.
And I don't want to waste your time. I'm just saying. Anything lost can be found except time wasted. I'm not doing that over here. When people watch replays, I want you to be able to come over here and feel good about yourself, and you can take what I just said and what I'm putting out in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Samuel L. Jackson, that's one of my favorite movies too. Fresh. Oh my God, he was dropping so much gems. But anyway, so here, guys, look. I hope all of you are getting this now or working on getting this connection and love. I want to be a part of that with everybody that watches this. And we definitely need it in our community. We definitely need it in our community. Once again, quite obvious. I'm not doing no reaction videos over here. I'm just going to love. It's easier to do. I don't have time for my head to be hurting because I want to be Mr. Grinch. Then I'm gonna have to turn my lights to green. That's an ugly green, right? So Suzette Speaks, like I said, she's coming on at 12, guys. We're gonna all roll up over there. So I'm gonna get through this. So number 5. So let's go through them again. So after number 1, after certainty, where you feel safe, and then you have uncertainty, a need for change. And sorry about the commas, a brother was rushing. Significance is number 3. Another comma. I had like 2 commas in there. Sorry about that. Number 4 was connection and love. After that, we should see this. Number 5, growth. Right? People should begin to see the change in us because of the growth, because of the connection, the love, of the connection, the love, feeling needed. You had the change in your life, and you have you feel safe. Number 5 is growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. Okay? If you're not growing, you're dying. And there's studies, and I didn't get the exact numbers on it, but some people never pick up not even one or maybe 1 or 2 books after college. We're not even talking about just a high school diploma or a GED. We're talking about after college. But I guess we don't wrote or have written a million papers. You don't want to read nothing else, right? But we have to grow. If you don't grow, if you don't know, you won't grow. There you go. Something I just came up with on the spot. If you don't know, you won't grow. You have to know certain things or learn certain things to know. But if you don't know, you don't grow. We don't grow. That's why we share information. That's why I share the love and give everybody in this chat a digital, handshake to the brothers and a hug, well, a hug to the brothers and the sisters in this chat. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised of what's needed. So I've always lived by see a need, feel a need. That's where I'm at. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So if you don't know, you won't grow. There's no growth. Right? And so after growth, we have this. And most of you will understand after growth is contribution. It all lines up. It all lines up. Because after you have, grown, now you can contribute to society. You can contribute to other things that are going on in our lives, right? So that's where I'm at with that. Thanks. World class putting them all in. Okay, bro. Yeah, and the third one was significance. I'm sorry. There you go, brother. At least he gonna probably put them in right. He's not gonna have a comma behind the 3. Yeah, that's number 3, and then number 4 is connection or connection and love. Number 5 is growth, and 6 is contribution. You can now contribute after all those things. And that's what it's about, guys. Every time you come over here, I want people to be able to have a notepad and write those things down where they can hang it on the wall and say, okay, am I doing this? Like with the mirror and the No You series that I did. And I just took a little break. I had my grandsons when I did the last one. And that really got my wife good because she pretty much lost her voice because the baby infant, how you like, just cough in your face, I went down for 2 days, but yeah. My wife has been, oh, poor thing. I've been buying wonton soup for the last 2 weeks. She's just getting off of it now. So, it's not the baby's fault. It's not the baby's fault. I don't blame the baby. I got on my son up like, why you got this dude all sick? So. So, and sorry about my dog barking. I don't know what he's barking at. So sorry about that. He won't bite nobody. The intentional millionaire, Miss Amber. How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? All these heavy hitters over here. What y'all doing over here on a Saturday morning hanging with me? Y'all treating me like hanging with Mr. Cooper. Y'all hanging with a brother, right? And so I really appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, I didn't want to stay long. I just wanted to shoot this out, to where you can come back and watch this. You can come back and, go through these things right here. Certainty in your life, the uncertainty in your life, need for change, the significance of feeling needed, and connection and love, which is, like I said, I can hang my hat right there all day. And what we're doing right now is number 4, the strongest, I think, connection and love. And then we have growth. I'm growing by watching you guys' channel and others. Watch this. You know how I grow? By watching channels that I might not even agree with, because it teaches me what I don't want on my channel, and it teaches me how I do not want to act in the digital space, so you can still learn even by watching channels you don't like. Just throwing that out there as a nugget. Just throwing it out there. And then contribution. I can contribute after I do all that. So I'm gonna probably keep this one up for a minute. Because there's so much needed. It's just connection and love. It's a powerful piece. And you never know what anybody's going through. How many times have you guys said something to somebody and you're like, oh my God, they pretty much almost just said you saved my life without saying it. Okay? Literally. They have, literally said that. And that's how powerful connection and love is. I want you guys to know that, man. We have to know that. It's easier to go off on somebody. For me, it is. Let me tell you the truth. Let's be honest here. Sometimes it feels good. It feels real good to do it. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real over here too. Facts and the uncomfortable truth with Bernard S. Let's be real. It feels good to do that sometimes. Melissa Jane. How are you doing, sister? Holy man, y'all really making my day. Y'all really are making my day. But the type of people I have over here, most of you guys, you line up with that. Big shout out to you, Uncle Stu, old man on the block. How you doing? VA representing. But everybody that's in this chat, and for my mods that can drop these great, you know, content creators in the chat here. Melissa Jane, we have Uncle Stu, the Intentional Millionaire. We have Gail at Night. You know, between the world class, Suzette, you have one too, and Gail, y'all do y'all thing. Anyway, so a lot of you guys line up with that. I don't really to get the love and connection. What I do is I just veer that energy somewhere else, right? I just take that energy and stay away from it. I have like 4 different candles around me. Some of them have a cologne smell. My wife will tell you I love candles. I'm always burning candles. You know, I do my thing. I found my regimen, and that's what you can do as a person too, as you guys can do too. Like I said, I have things up here on my channel to where you don't need to book a life coach session with me unless you really need it. I'm gonna promote my website that's been up for a year now, sooner or later when I tweak some more things up there. But I still try to give a lot of free things because one of my favorite songs is by Luther Vandross and Janet Jackson. The best things in life are free, right? And it doesn't cost you nothing but time and thinking about somebody to just be nice and not wait until Christmas and just do it day in and day out. So, you know, it's 11:32, so I'm probably hanging here another 10, 15 minutes, and then we're all going to go jump over to Suzette Speaks show and talk about being catfished. And I'm gonna drop a nugget on that right here, right now. A lot of us could get a lot more catfish back in the day. Potential Millionaire, Uncle Stu, Melissa Jane, because we didn't have the internet. All you had was that call-in line, right? It was a risk. Some of y'all laughing right now, right? And you go around, you be like, hey man, I'm gonna take your car. I'm gonna take your car. And you drive by, you end up like, you know, almost like Chris Tucker on Friday, right? So we have to go over there and look at that. I love making you guys laugh. I really do. So when you say Suzette for real, you be like, be peeking around the corner, be like, hey, we were so bad. If the girl would sound good on the phone, but sometimes we would give them our friend's name. I'd be like, yeah, my name's Gerald. I'm not giving you my last name. My name's Gerald. Can't make this up. So, yeah, I want you guys to yes, Wally. The damn hotline. And then the women didn't have to pay for it. We had to pay for it. It's like 99 cents a minute. Wait a minute. Don't even know what she looked like, right? But yeah, this is what it's all about, having fun, guys. And so even if you're watching this live, this is how I promote. Gail usually comes on Friday nights. The world class comes on. He just pops up like a Jack in the Box. Like, boom, he just got Bit Might Drop does it when he can. Who else we have in here? We have Melissa Jane comes on Thursday nights. She's back doing a financial thing. It is off the meat rack, the stuff she's teaching. And at the end of it, she's going to have something in Florida where she lives. The thing is off the chains. I'm learning some stuff, some techniques myself of what she's teaching. She comes on at 8 o'clock. Uncle Stu is usually, I want to say, Mondays and I think Wednesdays, but Uncle Stu is on. I kind of know everybody's schedule, even if I'm ghost watching and I'm doing something or I'm in school. And you know, Bit Might Drop. He comes up on usually the weekends because he's a self-made man himself, or working for himself, running his business. You know, like the world class and others in here. So this is what we do over here. Everybody that is watching, this is the strong part of my village right here. These people in the chat, these are some lovely beings in this chat. And good people do bad things and bad people do good things. But these people that y'all see in the chat, they are fire to me because they all have something to offer. They are part of the Voltron that I talk about. Everybody has a part to make Voltron. The two legs, the chest plate, the arms, and then the head. And I always said in our culture, us just being melanated. I'm not gonna keep using the word black because the original word black means pale. That's a whole nother thing. You can go to the World Class channel and learn all that. He teaches very good on that. But the melanated people, right? You know, we have a lot to offer to each other. And what I was saying was when you form Voltron as the melanated people, you send the department head from each part of the body to the head, not just have one person up there. And that way you have a team. But the way that I broke that thing down. This is the village. We are the village. We are the difference. We are the significance. We're the love. We're the connection. We're the growth. We're the contribution. And I have a show now that I'm about to do now that I saw Billy Carson. He's off the chains. It's called Forbidden.com TV. He goes into a lot of stuff, but he did a Black History thing. And so what I just told my wife yesterday, the guy that made the dryer, I'm gonna put him over my dryer so when my grandsons come over, they would know he did the dryer. Then he did a part where the guy who gave the color to the computer, it was a black man, a melanated man. I'm gonna put him by my computer so when my grandson comes over, he can point and say, oh yeah, he's the reason why we have color on a computer. Then they have a lady named Gladys who stays actually in Northern Virginia. She's a part of the reason, and y'all gonna like this. She's part of the reason why we have the GPS system. She wanted to know where her husband was. So I'm just saying. No, it was actually for satellites, but it was by a black woman. She's part of the GPS system. And then in the bathroom, there's a guy who it was a melanated brother who came up with the toilet, the porcelain toilet. Ain't that guy? He would be in the bath. And so it would be things. And then a refrigeration guy, he would be in the kitchen. They're going to specifically be around my house to where everywhere my grandsons look, I'm teaching them, and to the point where I can point and say, who is that? And when we're in public, I can say, who is this and what did they did? That's how we do this. I'm giving you the ideas I have come up with, because I didn't do it with my son and daughter. Everything was verbally. But when kids see and hear, it's a difference. So that's the things that I'm going to do. Yes, the light bulb. He talked about that brother too, who helped Thomas Edison. Actually, I'm gonna do a segment on it because Billy Carson talked about it. Do y'all know? No, it wasn't Billy Carson, it was another guy I was watching. But there's been reported 143 times where patents were trying to be patented within the same day. And people didn't even know each other from across the world. Where am I going with this? If you have an idea, you need to go ahead and do it, because it's also dropped somewhere else in the universe for somebody else to do it. Look it up right now. You guys can look it up right now. 143 times on record that we know of that people came to the patent office for the same exact thing. What's that tell you? There's more than you than with your idea. Take your idea and run with it. Go do it. That says a lot. So how do we get here out of all that the needs? But the significance, the 6 human needs, all this ties into that, because it goes back to growth. If you don't know, you don't grow. We have to know these things. You can't be mad about what we don't know. We have to learn it. Exactly, Wally. Got to protect them assets. That's the assets. And I told my wife, I said, what I teach my grandsons, they can't take from them in their mind. He starts school this week. I'm proud of him. He's going to be 4, the 25th. And he's already, is he gonna be 4? No, he's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 3, man. So he's already potty trained and stuff. They teach 7 different languages that he can learn from at the school he's going to at pre-K. So of course we already said Spanish, and I threw Mandarin in my son's ear, threw it out there, and I don't know what the other languages are. We have some melanated ones. I would actually love for him to learn that, so he can be in the store with me for a change and talk a whole nother language, and everybody looking at us sideways, like when they talk their language, and I'd be like, "Yeah, son, you're right. Yeah, grandson, you're right." It feels good. Learn yourself. Get that connection. And I always say this, and I'm not going to end it like this today, but you might as well be you because everybody else is already taken. I say that all the time on purpose because it's the truth. And being that's the truth, you know, you have to master yourself first before you can even have a connection with somebody else. We talked about that. We talked about that. So this is what we're doing over here. And yes, this 5-year-old is here eating vegan waffles and doing his YouTube training. Exactly, Noble. Exactly, the world class. Teach them young, vegan waffles. Once again, when I did my, what was it, second live, the world class, you know, he was talking about how he used to be 255 and now this man has lost 100 pounds. He's like 150. We have the kids are watching us. Your nieces, and even if you don't have kids, your nieces and nephews, they are watching you. The children are watching the generations before us. If you don't believe me, keep on living. Keep on living. We have to get them in the base of this. And yes, please like and subscribe and share if you feel it's worth doing. Like I said, I do everything different over here. I don't get into the ego thing because you guys don't have to be nowhere near over here where I'm at. You don't have to be doing none of that. And so I'm looking up some notes right now because I did some writing this week. And so, you know, here's the thing. Long as you know where you are and where you belong, it will help you a lot better for when you have your nieces and nephews and your children call you in the middle of the night and you're already ready. We have to learn these things. And so salute to all of you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys coming. And, you know, it's just a great thing to be here with you guys. And so I have some sayings, you know, I have some things, you know, that I usually leave you guys with. So one of my main things, I only have 7 more to go to be at my ideal weight for my height at 5'7" at the world. Hey, guys, give her a hand. Hey, give her a hand clap in the chat. Give her a hand clap. We celebrating that. We celebrating that. We are celebrating that. We are celebrating that. You know, because guys, it's hard. When you grew up eating grandma's food and mama's food or your aunt's food every Sunday, like the movie Soul Food, it's hard to get off that stuff. But yes, give Jenny Morena and anybody else that has lost weight or working on it as we speak, at least they started. At least they started. You know? And so, you know, so here's in fact, here's one of the favorite ones. Here's one of the African proverbs that I saw, and I like the proverb. So, being that we're talking about uniting, right? Here's the thing, people. Look, we have no choice but to unite because of the mess we're in, the mental mess that we have. Okay, we have no choice. This is where we are. This is where it is. Okay, and you know. We have nurses in this chat with Candidate Ann. We have researchers in this chat. Bit might drop the world class. We have fitness and financial with the intentional millionaire. We have financial and business self-made, teaching you how to have your own business with Melissa Jane. Once again, You guys that are watching, you have the answers right here in the chat with all these guys. You have the world class who had a great teaching talking about, the sins and one of the most scariest things. And I love the way he ended. He said the most scariest thing that's scarier than any devil with two horns was comfortability. I thought that was so deep, but it makes so much sense. Comfortability. Can't be comfortable. We got to grow. We have to move. We have to move, So, he all and any of you guys that even just glance by his channel, he always has his son. That's a big plus to me. That's a real big plus. He always has his son. Always. Okay, so she goes on at 12:30. Okay, I'm not trying to bore you guys, man. I'm just up here chatting with my brothers and sisters up here. And and hey guys, hey, Suzette had a ball over there, y'all. Man, she need to do a part 2 and 3. You got some editors in here, me, world class. You got a few editors in here, but I know you're trying to get somebody to edit your footage when you went back home to Jamaica or whatever. And yo, that's awesome. So, and I like that because she went back home to her roots to get re-energized. Because your job and life can take so much out of you, and that goes back to that connection and love. You got to have that connection and love with your family. If you don't have that, create it. Once again, see a need, feel a need, create it. And that's why I say we have to unite. You said the boy's wearing you out. When you say bit might drop, bite him back, he'll stop. Tried to bite me yesterday. Maybe he was hungry, no, but I'm taking up for the kids. Gail know how I roll. Jenny Marina, y'all know I always take up for the kids. They always in the right. I don't even need to know the story. It's your fault. Feed it. I know you feed them, but hey. I'm on Lil Miguel's side. And for y'all guys that do not know, his son actually, hey man, you need to drop your son's channel in the chat for other kids to watch. Wealth Talk Productions, how you doing? How you doing, brother? You the first one from the other side, man. Hey, you just made Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth history here. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Wealth Talk Productions. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? Good to see you, man. So, okay, yes, 12:30 for Suzette. Okay, Suzette, like, me and you got this thing going unsaid, like, and even when, in fact, me and the world class had talked about it, bit my drop. I said, I think my slot's going to be 10 o'clock, 10:30, that way I can, backslide like Michael Jackson out of here and just go to Suzette Speaks, and we can bring everybody from my chat over to hers. And I'm sure that's what everybody's going to do in the chat, right? So show that one and some love or a thumbs up in that chat. You're going over there with me. Yeah, I need to see all that. Yeah, we're gonna show support everywhere we can. My college studies. So I have a rough draft due by tomorrow for my final paper Thursday, Melissa, and then I go into college math, and then after that I will go into pre-calculus and engineering math at the same time. I don't know what I have done to deserve this, but a brother is already looking at a tutor just in case. Pre-calculus for what? And then after that is physics, and then I go into calculus by the new year. It's not fair. It's really not fair. So yeah, my studies are where they are. Thanks, Jenny. I definitely would need it. Like pre-cap. You know how old I am? I've been out of school for 20 plus years. I just got to get y'all that look like. But I guess that's what happens when you're majoring in a certain thing, right? So, um, but I'm proud of myself because it's something I thought I could never do. And when you hear things like that, that's part of my growth. Now, going back to the growth of what, see, there it is right there, world class, put it in there. Going back to the growth, growth is, nobody never said growth was going to be easy. I mean, excuse the French, but hell, growing up is not easy. Even if you have a two-parent household, you still have to go to school. That's why when my mother said, when she sent me to school, she said it was so many mothers out there crying when we got on the bus. I get it, because I didn't get to witness that with my son and daughter because I was truck driving, and they were staying with their mothers. But one day I went back and I was able to watch my daughter get on the bus, and I lost it because I got that feeling of where she's going, I'm not there to protect her. Everything that I taught her at home, I have to hope that she can take, that somebody's going to talk about her skin complexion or how her hair is done or what she has on, which is, we didn't have to worry about what she had on because we sent her to a private school. So everybody, that eliminated a lot. But, it's amazing. Growth is hard. A lot of us in here have a story. Everybody has a story. Growth is hard. And a lot of us make this look good on YouTube and stuff, but you don't know our stories. I don't know your story. All we can do is be the best of us and try to follow those guidelines that I put out here today, and world class. I think I can do that today. We can, let me see. And you gotta, and so, we have to learn how to do that. And let's see. Okay. And so, then, what you do is, is we try to, it's just hard it's hard with growth. Anything that you do, you're learning something, and then you try to, do that. There's a link for anybody that wants to come up. There it is. And so growth is hard. You try to, you find out how many times you're by yourself. Does that make sense? You find out how you can be in a room full of people. You could be married to somebody for years. You could be at work, whatever. But growing, you find out how much you are by yourself. And then you have to deal with yourself, going back to the mirror questions and all that stuff. That is the World Class Sons channel. It is the coolest thing. It is so cool. His little voice would just take out your wallet or your purse if you're a woman. It is so cute, man. I have to use that word as a man. I try not to use that word, but that's the only word I can come up with. It is, oh my God. He goes, "Hi, my name is Miguel." And you're just like, "You got Cash App?" Oh my God. So I love to see that. But yeah, if anybody wants to come up, you can just pop on up in the back. I got you. We'll make this happen. And but yeah, growing up, that growth is hard. One of my favorite songs, I was gonna actually break down the song, Boys to Men by New Edition. When Johnny Gill singing that last part, growing up can be a pain. I know it gets hard sometimes. And he gets to the point where he just started yelling, right? You feel that song. That thing teetering a gospel song, right? Because, looking for the answer. And we are taught a lesson every single time. Life responsibilities falls in our hands. We are growing without knowing. I mean, the song is just ridiculously deep. So on that growing part, yeah, it can be, it's hard. And some people know other people's stories, but it's hard growing up. And like it says in the song, growing up can be a pain. Welcome to the live, my man, the world class. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Not much, man.
I
Glad to see you, man. You got your son over there to your right or left, right, doing his thing.
It's money on my hip. I can't.
Hey, that's what it's about, man. I'm telling y'all, go to his sons. I'm telling you guys are gonna and send it out so your nieces and nephews that are around his age or a little bit older can watch. I mean, his dad is right there helping him with stuff, and guys, this is how you do it. Right here, this is how we grow over here. This is how you do it. Like I said, people were like with the world class and people in the chat, they're giving you answers all day. So this is what we do over here.
Yeah, man. Again, you got the best background on YouTube. But when I'm watching, see what happens is when I'm watching, when you up, it's just I gotta catch all the gold, all the 24 karat gold that's coming out my screen. There's just so much beauty back there. I'm just man. It's just like you sit in the vault, man, in Fort Knox, and just lighting some gold and it just hit you. So, but I definitely, man, this was a good build this morning. I had to contribute on the aspect of growth, bro, because people do not understand how intensely difficult it is to grow by 1%. Because essentially what you're doing is you are trying to improve something that God made or the universe made. And we don't realize we get in the way of the exact thing we're trying to grow because we just don't know. And it's understandable. But it's extremely incomprehensibly difficult to increase and improve yourself. Outside of, because we usually what we want to get better at is stuff that's social or that relates to our society, right? And sometimes we're genetically wired to be adverse to it. We live in an artificial environment, and we're trying to include these artifices in something organic or what God made, something divine. You know what I mean? So it's really, really difficult, and we get in the way. So that's why I'm really big on accuracy and understanding what things are and taking things for what they are and moving forward with it. So I'm not fighting against the planet. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff I say, people say it goes over their head, but I'm not using anything special. The sun comes up in the east every day, non-negotiable. After spring comes summer. After summer comes fall. After fall comes winter. It's been like that 100% of the time. So I'm not trying to go against it. So when you're working to develop yourself, like we're doing push-ups, we're fighting against gravity. So it's really, really difficult to improve, and people shouldn't expect it to feel good or everybody to agree, because just like every other being on this planet, path of least resistance is what you're usually going to do. The body is designed to keep you safe. You know what I'm saying? So growth has been something that's been like, I usually say, and I actually a little adverse to this word. That's why I stay with accuracy, because we actually don't grow, we compound. One cell turns into 2 turns into 4, right? 4 turns into 8. You know what I'm saying? And within that process of, we can isolate that process of a cell turning into another cell, and it's pain. To go from 1 cell to 2 cell, it's pain. It don't feel good. When babies come, they're not like, this has been amazing. They're screaming because it's painful. It's painful for the mom. It's painful for dad to watch both of those things. Granted, we just know birth is happening, but it hurts. That's why I said before, you quoted me, the number one enemy is comfort. It exists in direct opposition to who we are. Comfort is why the gazelle loses its young. Comfort is why people lose the game at the end. You're sitting around getting comfortable because you did so great in the first half. Nobody wins the game in the first half. You know what I'm saying? So growth is extremely difficult. It takes a genius to improve on what God made.
Yeah, I agree. Big up to your Bit Mic Drop. How you doing, man?
What's going on, fellas?
Thank you for coming by. Yeah, just chilling, man. Over here doing what I do, keeping it safe space for everybody to come to and just chill and relax. As content creators that y'all are, got a lot of heavy hitters over here. Big up to Westside Coolick.
West Side building.
Like I said, guys, we just come over here. We don't do all the bickering and everybody arguing and fussing and cussing. I'm trying to give everybody a space to just come and do what we're doing right now. Drop information, drop jewels and nuggets, and this will be part of the school that I believe that we can all come together and eventually get as melanated people. As y'all notice, I keep using that word, melanated. There's a reason for that. But you could always go to Bit Mic Drop or Noble's channel and learn why I'm using that word.
Hey, I don't know what word to use, man. I still get caught.
I know.
But hey, look, I'm getting there. I'm growing, and it's painful, right?
Yes, it is.
I appreciate you for having a safe space, man, for us to come, especially we out here banging. So, to be able to come and just, kind of let your hair down, relax, and just listen to some good stuff to edify you, man. Some good stuff, get your spirit right before we go back into combat next week. I'm sure it's going to be some other food next week. They got to get cooked. But right now, we just chilling. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate you for offering this space to us, brother.
Yeah, well, my other thing is for all the brothers that are here, all the men that are here. Hey, look, man, all of y'all are somebody. Even if I don't disagree, even if you ghost watching, and I might disagree, it might be some of the guys that these guys up here might have cooked. Y'all know I don't do it, but everybody's somebody. I don't know what you're going through, but this is I'm the balance. These two guys know this from day one. I always told them I want it to be the balance. You got to have that. You got to have that. And these two guys know that if they didn't agree with me, they would have disagreed with me. But guess what, guys? We would have agreed to disagree and still be on this level that we're at. This is the point where I'm coming in. And I just want all of my content creators that are on the panel with me, that's to come up, that's in the chat, and the men out there. I'm not waiting till Father's Day. I'm not waiting till you do something that you're supposed to do. No, I'm gonna tell you now, all of you guys are somebody. All of you that are in the chat that are women. Everybody that's in the chat, you're somebody to me. You're somebody to somebody, you just don't know it. But I keep telling you, everybody on this panel knows, and everybody in this chat knows, you are always being watched, even if you're not on YouTube. You don't have to be on YouTube or IG, TikTok. Somebody's always watching you. I got two dudes across the street. They treat me like I'm their uncle. They're like, Mr. Bernard, you pretty much raised me. They come back home from college. They come to the house, eat with me and my wife. I mean, you never know who's watching. Like, man, I ain't really do nothing. They were like, nope, I can talk to you before my mom and dad. Because you cool like that.
Wow.
I'm just saying, there's nothing against their mom and dad, but it goes back to, and here's another thing, I might do a show on it. The Generation Xers have a lot of remnants of the baby boomers. Nobody talks about that.
Right.
They have a lot of remnants of the baby. I'm going to stay at this job. Man, I got Generation Xers right now at my job who's been at the company for 25, 34 years. You're comfortable. You're comfortable. You're comfortable. And nobody talks about that. I mean, this is what I do. I try to make people think. It's a lot of remnants that's spilled over into Generation X. Nobody talks about it, but I'm talking real. And to have a Generation Xers that want to do like Bit Mic Drop or Noble or Melissa Jane, who paid her house off, and she's teaching a whole financial literacy class every Thursday, which is off the chains. Nobody talks about people like that. Oh, they the weirdos. Oh, what about insurance? There's insurance out there less for $200. We can get full benefits and everything. It's like, seriously. But if you're seeking, you shall find. If you don't look, you're not gonna find it. But what you rather do is just stay comfortable and let this company tell you what time to be to work, when you're going to work, how you can act, and what you can possibly say on YouTube or IG. Seriously.
Right.
Seriously. Because when you get to Bit Mic and Melissa's part, you have what Robert Kiyosaki said. You have that plus. You have the E and the S. You employed or self-employed, or you have the I, investor or business owner. Well, you got two people right here or more, world class, in this chat right now. They on the right side of the quadrant. Investors and business owners. Y'all got answers right here. What's your excuse? You have answers right here. I've talked to Bit Mike. I was like, Bit Mike, I might have to do this and do that, and just send that down and send the truck down there with you and let the driver do it. It's not personal, it's business, but he don't have to tell me his business. He's telling me because in case you see an opportunity, man. Miss Melissa Jane is doing what she's doing. Hey, I paid my house off. My husband works because he wants to hurt. We just stack that money. We just do what we do. Guys, here are your answers. It's not all these guys are not these people. It's not just about arguing and fake act like you're doing something that you have no receipts for, and you're a business person. That's dangerous. You can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that. These guys, Bit Mike is doing it as we speak. Melissa Jane is doing it as we speak. The World Class is doing it as we speak, along with some of you other people. I mean, they're doing it. I'm on my way to it. That's why I'm going to school. It's not just for me. You know, it's not just for me. It's for to pass certain things down to my grandsons, right?
Right.
You know, to pass it down. But we have to deal with what's at hand. And these two guys right here and some others that are not up here, I'm really not trying to see it. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you how smart these guys are. They will play your clip of what you said. It's just that simple. I don't have to say. They don't have to say nothing. And you can't keep lying about things and hope that you can keep lying. You tell one lie, you're gonna keep lying and keep lying and keep lying, and then you got all these courses out here that's not changing nobody's life. If I ever did a course, I'm gonna be live. We're gonna be on Zoom or something. You're gonna get me. It's not gonna be self do it yourself course. Nobody never finishes that. Do you know only 2 to 3% people finish that course?
That's correct.
Look up the data, people.
That's correct.
Self-directed courses.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, let's go here. I'm not saying that the courses don't work. Oh my goodness. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, you didn't.
Okay, then.
The one and only Jenny Moreno. Hey, y'all.
Jenny?
Hey, what? I did it. Hey, World Class, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Hold on. I did it.
Not just come up, but come up and cam up. Shout out to Jenny. What's up, Jenny?
Bruh. She gonna make my thing go viral. Yeah, we can hear you. You gonna make me go viral. Oh my goodness.
Well done. Am I?
We can hear you.
I'm done. Hey, Noble, I'm done.
You can't hear me?
I didn't see that one coming.
No, we can hear you.
Yeah,
we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How you
said,
doing?
Did we see you yesterday?
Didn't you see me, Bernard? I popped up by mistake on the live.
Yes. She was like, I'm live, and everybody was like, Jesus. Hey, look, they thought Jesus came back. What, that dude doing this?
Yeah, I'm his admin, so I'm in the back now.
That's what's up.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, big shout out to Jenny Moreno. Introduce yourself. Nobody really sees your face. Oh my goodness, this is a world class moment.
Absolutely, this is going down in history.
Yeah.
Down in history.
Jenny.
So
How you been doing?
I've been doing good. I've been doing really good.
Hey guys. For those that don't know, besides Miss Amber, Big Mike's wife, and this lady right here, Canada Ann, Melissa Jane. Once again, you have the answers to how to be a woman with those women right there. I'm not making this up.
Facts.
What I've created right here are answers right here on this live. I'm not bragging on them. It just is what it is. I just gave you 4 great women that you could follow and ask questions, and they have no problems doing it. So going back, I saw that you put in the chat, Jenny, that what was it? You said one of them was golden. Was it significance? Was it that one? Was it significance? Yeah. To be needed, I think.
Be needed, yes.
Yeah. So how did you come up with that? How do you know in your life that that's very important?
Well, everybody plays a role in your life, and you play a role in everybody else's life, whether it's positive or negative.
That simple.
It's what you do with it,
Big up, y'all. Speaking of nephew, my nephew Flonzo Moore right there, coming in from California. He's in the Army. He's gonna do his 20 years plus.
Thank
That's
you for your service.
That's my nephew right there, guys.
Appreciate it.
You know, that's my nephew right there. That's one of my hearts, man. That's my wife's nephew, but me and him are like this. Big up to him and the family. Yeah. So yeah, he's over there somewhere in the southern part of California. We're gonna try to make it out. Not try, we're going to make it out there. We don't use the word try over here. So like I said, I just try to create a space over here. And I think it speaks volumes that if I have somebody like Jenny who comes up, that I'm doing the right thing. And I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just being honest.
Right.
I'm just being honest, because if she feels that safe to where she can come up,
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
there's no drama, nobody's bickering, nobody's talking about, oh, I can't. No, I need my sisters and my brothers right here to be able to come up and just relax. Bring your blood pressure down. I don't have time to be worrying about what anybody else is doing, because it goes back to what Noble put in there, all the list. They didn't get that love and connection when they were kids. It's quite obvious.
Yeah.
It's very obvious. Very obvious.
We need a contentious free space. You know, it makes sense for the guy with the best background to be able to do so, because your background, which is how you've been helping us all behind the scenes, it speaks volumes. So, you know, you built a lot of credibility. You, Gail, Jenny, y'all been behind the scenes helping a lot of content creators. And, you know, like in this space and around this space, we criticize females. I criticize females. They criticize women. Most of them will know what women is. But if we gonna open our mouth and be loud and proud to criticize in a negative manner, got to be just as bold to big up the women that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and what they have been doing. So that's how, you know, that's how it is. That's how I think things should go. If you you need to be just as bold, man. I need the apology to be just as big as the accusation.
Exactly. And that's why me and Candidate Ann, her being a nurse, she was like, don't get me started on blood pressure. But, you know, it's just, people don't understand. No, we're going to love this. It's called spelling. Well, the first part of it is spell. Yeah. It's a spell. So when you spell a word, you create something invisible to the physical.
Right.
And that's why over here, all I throw out is what you see behind me is warm goodness, because it's needed. It's too easy doing what we're doing. And, you know, going back to growth, I'm going to ask, I can ask Big Mike this, and I can ask Jenny Morena this. As y'all being spouses, you don't have to say what it was. Well, you can if you want. What was the hardest thing of growth for you guys when you don't have a blueprint, or your parents wasn't the ideal of being a spouse? Jenny, you can go first since you're lady, and then you, Big Mike. What would you say was the hardest for growth for you?
Understanding each other, understanding each other's language, how to communicate, like going off of body cues. I think the first 3 years were the hardest of our marriage, because we were new. We didn't know what we were getting into. We dated for, I want to say about a year before we got married. And it was just like, oh, he's coming into my space, I'm going into his space. You know, I like things this way, he likes things that way. So it was just learning how to compromise and how to understand, and not to, what's the word? You know, not to nitpick at everything, letting things go. Not everything deserves an argument. Learning how to laugh, that's a huge thing for us. We make fun of each other and we laugh a lot every day.
That's powerful. That's powerful, because, and I'm gonna let you go, Bit Mike, because you said 3 years, and if you guys know, y'all know I always connect stuff, but it's like 3 years of school and then y'all graduated the 4th year of college, right? It's like 3 years of like freshman, sophomore, junior. All right, this our senior year. We got to figure this out because we got to graduate. And y'all graduated into learning each other. I think that's awesome. Big Mike, go ahead, brother.
The hardest thing for me being a spouse, learning to listen and not always try to come up with an answer or fix something. Sometimes it's just good just to listen, and sometimes that's what she wants. So my natural inclination is if you have a problem or issue, then I try to move to fix it. In which case I'm thinking about how I'm going to fix it instead of really listening and allowing you to vent and get that off your chest. A lot of times, it's not to be fixed by me. It's just a matter of having the ear and lending the ear. So that's been the hardest part of growth for me, but I'm doing better at it. And I guess you can ask Amber Alert if I'm doing better at it.
She in the chat, right? Hey, look, she ain't gonna throw you under the bus because she in the next room like, I have to sleep with him tonight and I want something to eat. But it was for me, because this is my second marriage. The first marriage was just like, oh my God, I didn't know what in the name of Mike was going on, right? And my second marriage, I had a nice long gap, right? But on my second marriage, my wife, I would say certain things. She was like, you know what, you're right. And then with my situation with her coming into her space fully, own house built from the ground up, I was chilling because I was just truck driving, had a 1-bedroom apartment paying $1 million for it a month because of the area I wanted to stay in. But coming into a space where a woman was cutting her own grass. She never hired anybody for 5 years before she met me. She cut her own grass.
Right.
It was hard for her to let me do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't have
Facts.
that with me. Wouldn't
Facts.
Keep cutting.
Facts. She had a problem letting that go. And her cousin had to pull her coattail. You know how women do, check each other. She was like, hey, cuz, let him do what he do. That's why he here.
Yeah.
And she backed off, And so, and then with me, I had to learn how to, like Big Mike Drop said, I had to listen because you get caught up on that ego as a man. Well, this is what I said. Because Bernard said doesn't mean that it's right. And you always have the Jenny Morena or the Amber Alert or my wife or, whoever, even if you're not married, whoever, the world class is talking to, you have that little whisper. You know how women do Big Mike and my wife do it. I'll say something. She's like, well, did you do this? Like, how did you just rip my heart out with a whisper?
Oh, yeah, easy.
She's like, world class would be like, finish him. How did you just do that with a whisper? Like,
hey, man.
Wow.
That's
you
the only
do that?
stuff all of that cussing don't work. Is when I was telling the brother I'm about to do the video tonight. I mean, after I get off of here, I think I was telling brother that when you have a real woman and she and you tell her that you're gonna do something and you fail, you gotta look at her in her face. Mm-hmm. All that cussing and crap that don't matter. When she look at you, that she know you fail, and she just look over there like that. Man, it ain't nothing in life worse.
Bruh.
Nothing.
Brother.
Nothing. It ain't nothing in life worse than that. I'm telling you, that is. And if you don't even know the relationship part, maybe you got a grandma, maybe you have your mom, but all that fussing don't compare to that. Who you about to say, Jenny?
It also, you also have to know your spouse. Like with Big Mike, you said that she will tell you something and you would try to fix it right away.
Right.
If you know your husband is like that, you select what you tell him, because at the same time, you tell him, this is just give me 5 minutes to vent. I don't need you to fix it. I don't need you to step in. And that way, it brings them down and they're not on alert, ready to go out and conquer, It's also the way you let each other know. Because I had the same problem. I'm like, I'm not asking you to fix it. Like, calm down. Just listen,
Right.
They're like, for your wife or for your husband, you want to put on their cape. Put on your cape.
Well, I don't know about. Well, going back, the reason why he's like that, and me and Big Mike can say that because I heard Big Mike say it, and I said, I simp for my wife all day. If I'm a simp for anybody, it'll be my. Y'all will see a whole nother side. Be like, all right, baby. That's why y'all see my eyes sometimes on the late. Bernard.
Bow down. I mean, look, you got to bow down. Like,
Yeah, because
sometimes
look.
you can't just be, you know. I mean, look, I put it like this: when it comes to affairs of the house, in the house, it's her house. She's in charge. Does that make sense? Whatever she says goes in the house. In the world, whatever I say goes. I control the world as much as I can for us, and she controls the house.
I dig it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, because my wife it'll be a live sometimes, but I only go real late on lives, like on Fridays and Saturdays. She'll peek in the room, she'll peek in here, and I'll be like, all right,
y'all.
When y'all see me go like this, and I'll be like,
I gotta go.
Yeah, it is what it is. But if you're gonna simp for anybody, it should be the one you love and worth simping for. And that's the only time I'm gonna use that word, because people like to use, especially a lot of preachers and men, and I don't know what peel this might be. Oh, you're supposed to submit to your husband. Okay, but 2 verses before that, it says you are to submit to each other. Everybody forgets that verse. Man, so if you're gonna come with it with Bernard, you better come with that correctly. Because 2 verses before that, it talks about you submitting to each other. I'm just saying, don't pick and choose to make it sound good for a woman, because you can lose a good woman like that. And let me tell you guys something. The women that we're talking about here, they're gems, they're diamonds, they're everything that, and no, we're not saying they're perfect. But they're willing to learn, and you're willing to learn them because you see a future in each other. Right. And once again, this is what this show is about. It's about growth. And that's why I stayed on the word growth and love and connection out of those 6, because those 2 things missing in your life, man, we all seen it in our family and people around us, what it can do when you don't have it, when you don't have either. Because those of us that are in this chat and on this panel, even it has nothing to do with money. But when you're growing, people are going to still come take from you anyway, because you're the one growing. Not including the money, but they're going to still come take what you do have to offer, because they're not growing. And sometimes that drains the hell out of you. Have you ever talked to a family member or a friend? You'd be like, why am I so tired? Why am I so tired? You done took all my energy.
You need a nap after the conversation.
Yeah, they done took all your energy. You like, how did you just drain me like that? And people don't realize that. That's why I say you need to have, that's why I'm trying to give, not trying, I'm going to give things out so where you can find ways, find your regiment to rejuvenate yourself, to re-energize after you talk to somebody like that. Because here's another piece. I was reading this book by this doctor, this black doctor, I forgot her name. I know I had a book in here, it's downstairs. But she said, when somebody calls you, and Noble did, the World Class did one of his favorite videos. He said, what do you do when you get that call 1 o'clock at night and somebody wants to take their own life? What she said in that book as a psychologist, you have to be prepared for that, all of us, because you might be the last and the only person they will talk to. Yeah. And she said a lot of people don't get that. They brush them off. Oh, you need to call this person. No, they call Jenny for a reason. They call Bernard for a reason. They call Bit Mike or whoever in the chat or World Class. They woke you up for a reason. You're the last resort before they even make that decision. So the power is now in your hands. And a lot of people don't realize that. And that's where a lot of baby boomers drop the ball. We try to go tell them something. They're like, you're going to be all right. Take it like a man or woman. It's just like when you used to get beat as a boy, they tell you to shut up. You just beat the heck out of me. You telling me to shut up?
Oh, yeah. Stop crying.
Stop crying. Wait. Then you get to Jenny Morena or you get to a nice young woman. Why don't you cry? Why you don't have no emotions? I was told to shut up from 5 on up.
Right.
And not to show them.
Yep.
You know what I've done? I've had minimum of 12 of these conversations. And it's just like Jenny said, you have to actually read and know the person. Because one thing will work with one person, another thing won't work with another person. And it kind of goes back to that thing of, I just want to be listened to and I want to be heard. Because I've had to give them my strength and give them how I think about things, right? That's worked for most of them. Other ones, you have to literally be the person. Like you have to be that sacrifice. You have to be the punching bag, right? That was weird. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to take a punch. I never had to take a punch. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. But then a lot of the times is explaining to them along with that, and one of the weird ones is trying to convince them that they actually have value. And that's like the common deal where you will get to that later, but as some people you have to get them to understand that they're usually in that situation where they want to take themselves out is because their self-worth is attached to something that's fake and attached to a task. Men and women, it's been a male, it's been a woman. That their self-worth is attached to something they have to do. And then you have to explain to them that you actually don't have to do it. And you know that because you're breathing now. Like talking to them about right now is so important. And it's tough. It's not easy, bro. And then being ready. Like a lot of my mentors told me, he said, you don't know how much somebody's gonna be dependent on you. And I thought he was talking about, you don't know how bad somebody needs you to be great. I was thinking he talking about, you probably gotta, your grandmother might get sick, your son may need you, but you never know when that call is gonna come. You could be on your way to a party and you get that call. And they're not saying it, but they're saying it. And it's like, I gotta stop everything in them, but they're not gonna be here. And it's man, I don't think it gets talked about enough because we always put the professionals on these conversations, but the professionals are not enough. It's too many people for all the professionals to have to deal with. And then I'm in the prevention, the disease prevention, not business, but that's the position I take. Let's eliminate the cancer before it starts. And little things you do with, like, children love me because it's kind of almost the polar opposite of how you said it earlier. I look at children as complete humans that just happen to be little. And I talk to them like they are fully human. But I talk to them at the level, you know what I'm saying? And they appreciate that for whatever reason. I know that they'll end up being someone's mom or end up being someone's dad or big brother. And I talk to them like that, prepare them for that, and teach them how to treat babies and teach them how to share. And that's why this boy won't be nowhere near me. If I go downstairs, he's gonna be right next to me because I'm home. You know what I'm saying? He'd be fine. I'll be like, what do you want? He said, I don't know. I
want to just be near you.
Right. People need.
Feed off of your energy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And think about that, Noble. How some of us couldn't do that with our fathers because they old school.
Nope.
You couldn't even follow them cats around like, boy, what you want?
Right.
I'm just being honest. But
I asked him, he said, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right.
Bernard, I have a quote for you.
Okay, let's go.
It says, today is the tomorrow you were so worried about yesterday.
Wow.
Let me give you the solo joint. Say that again.
So, today is the tomorrow you were so worried about yesterday.
Sense of urgency. That's that sense of urgency that I had to get thought about. That sense of urgency.
Yes. And big up to Blind Guy, his wife, and their life. Speaking of a love story that I want to do, and I've talked to them about it. You're talking about a woman who stayed with a man who she met, who could see in high school, and stayed with him up until now, and still gave him 3 daughters after he went blind. See, this is the epitome of love.
Yeah.
That's the epitome of love and connection. I keep telling y'all, the answers are right here in this chat. I cannot make this up. To me, that is the epitome of love. And see, this is what this channel is all about, is showing everybody the difference to counter all the junk that we hear and see, or that we choose to hear and see on the YouTube space. This is it right here. This is why everybody's so comfortable. Not bragging, but this is why our sister's up here with 3 other men, knowing that 3 other men is not going to come at her crazy, flirt with her crazy, because we all have respect. Otherwise, she wouldn't have came up here.
Dude, she came up with 2 notorious YouTube up and coming hitmen. She was comfortable.
But she knew. Hey, look,
You know what I'm
she's
saying?
under the warm though. Look, she's under right here. She's under here. She's under the warm.
Right.
She good. She know I got it covered. I got you.
Do you
sis.
know how many
I got
dudes
you.
won't come on the panel when they see me and Noble on the panel?
I've watched
She
you
said,
two
"Huh."
in action.
Exactly.
What did you say, Jenny?
What'd you say?
I said I've watched you two in action.
Oh yeah. Come on. So hey, look, we must be doing something right.
Yeah.
You know you're doing something right, man. It's a great space.
Yeah,
A lot
I mean,
of
man,
there's one more
ahead.
thing on it. Because I don't think I know because we can't say the word and we get shadow banned, and I'm not saying the word. But it's an important conversation for people to have. And the simple thing is we're so interested in what we can get that we don't know what we already are. And that process of introspection or discovery is extremely important. So I'm a perfect representation of that, because I was a trash student. I was horrible. I had did so bad in the first quarter of my 12th year, I got to fail for the whole year. Trash. Now people know me for etymology and research and stuff because I was never put in an environment or challenged intellectually. You know what I'm saying? And now people call me before they make a decision. They qualify people information with me because a man got me to start thinking about that. What are you already? When you actually go through when you actually go through modern science and what they found, almost 50 years ago, they already proved with quantum physics what God actually is. When you get down to the smallest parts of you that they don't even have names for, and you look at the attention to detail in the smallest parts of you, it'll blow your mind, man. One strand of DNA has over 400 terabytes of information. One strand.
Yes. And that's
You
where
don't
I'm
know what you
going.
already
Nope.
are.
Wow.
That's where I've been going, brother. That's what I was telling you on your show yesterday. I'm like, that's where I'm going. In 2017, this is 2017. It was not on the news. You think Bill already has a DNA like tied into a computer right now? They did that in 2017. It never made the news with Bill Gates. They already got DNA tied into a computer now, where like they've already done stuff where they have done transferred people's consciousness, just like in the movie with Johnny Depp. They're already doing that. We up here arguing and talking about Lizzo and everybody. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Because let me tell you something. This is what I always tell my wife, and this is how I got her to stop buying this. Man, if I could turn this camera around, closet full of purses. Anyway, I got to the point where I tell her this bit, Mike, but I use it on myself first. I'm always a guinea pig for all you guys, so you'll know. What you doing or what you're about to do, is it going to change your life? It's just a simple question. That's all I used to ask. I'm like, is it going to change your life? She was like, no, but I want this purse and it's on sale. You got to get the head and it's on sale. Hey, Bit Mike, that's so you can't say nothing, right, Noble? And Jenny, we can't say nothing to y'all, right? We can't say nothing to y'all. Yeah, that's the one, and it's on sale.
I don't say nothing anyway.
Yeah. She's not asking for much, but she had slowed down with it because going back to me moving into her house, I've been told her, I said, it's my turn. So that's what we're working on doing. We're just taking our time finding the land for me to build us a house together. You see what I'm saying? She already had prepared a place for me before she even met me, right?
Right.
And I didn't even know, and she didn't even know. But I know my role as a man, going back to that as a man. But some guys might look at it like, oh man, you got your gold mine. Yeah, bro, but I'm not gonna sit here, right, Noble, and get comfortable and just chill in her house that she built and we just live a regular life. That's not it. That's not it.
That ain't how that works. Yeah, you gotta
That's not how that works. That's not how that works, people. And so it's a lot of guys, and I kind of, yeah, man, you got you a gold mine, man. Yeah, blah blah blah. No, bruh, you need to have another goal. All right, we here. All right, let's keep going. And look, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna laugh at this one. Sometimes when people come into your life, you got to do this right here.
mess with the video.
I'm just saying.
You show it off now.
I'm just saying. I'm smooth like that. I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna keep on moving. Don't stop.
Right.
Hey man, is your camera zooming in and out by itself, or are you doing that?
Yes, it is. So every time I move, it like if I stand up, it will follow me over there.
Oh, it follows your face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
That's
Dude he got a telepathic camera.
That's dope.
That's
There
something.
you go.
Hey, man, I got to get up out of here, but
Okay.
it was great talking with y'all, man. Jenny, pleasure to meet you. Never met you before, but pleasure to meet you. Heard a lot of great
Yes.
things about you.
Thank you.
World class. I'm sure I've
You know
seen
what it is.
I'm sure we're gonna have some kind of buffet going on this weekend.
Oh my goodness. And me and Jenny, see how me and Jenny on this side of the quadrant, we're just gonna be shaking our head like they shouldn't have did that.
Hey,
Did that.
look, man, I really do. This is the way I feel. Like I said last night, man, I don't really cook people. You cook yourself. I just do commentary. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yep. Replay their video. They own video. Exactly.
Hey man, shout out to Westside Kulik out there in the chat too, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out. I appreciate you, Big Mike, for coming through, man.
Man, appreciate you too, man, and I look forward to doing more.
Yeah, same here, bro.
Peace, bro.
Always. You're always welcome.
All right, see y'all later.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
So we
So,
we
yeah,
like 5 minutes. We like 5 minutes out from
Yep.
Yeah, we about 5 minutes out from Suzette Speak. So I need everybody that's in this chat. I don't have to tell Jenny Moreno that. I don't have to tell us three up here. We need to go over there and support our sister, and let's get some laughs on with these stories. I'm sure some of you guys gonna have to make us die laughing because you know some stories are so embarrassing you just won't even admit it. You just be like,
I put the link down there.
no, that ain't happened to me. She didn't. But Jenny, I thank you so much for your presence, and let me speak on that before I leave.
Don't.
No, seriously.
Don't make me blush, please.
No. Everybody does not deserve any of our presence.
Yep.
See, people get that twisted up. I always mix the presence and time thing together. Everybody does not deserve your presence. So just the fact that you and Noble and Big Mike showed up, the first 3 people to show up on my live, y'all don't have to do it. Y'all don't have to be in the chat. Y'all don't have to be my mods. So I appreciate both of you. While y'all can see me in my right mind, which is I will be for a long time because I do eat right, and while y'all can understand what I'm saying, I will never take that back. And I mean what I say. And I appreciate both of you guys. But you know, Jenny, you coming up here as a woman to feel that safe, to where you haven't even did that. You have not done this on anybody else's. You came up on the first time I met you, but you didn't show your face. Remember?
Yeah.
With the Ingram. But guys, for her to do this, I know I'm on the right track. And and Noble, the minute that Noble's like, yeah, you on the right track, bro. And look at his face. He's looking like.
I'm like, y'all have no idea how many lives she be on. She don't hit the stream. She be everywhere.
No. When I saw her in the back, I was like,
yeah.
Thank you. But seriously, thank you. And thank you for being. Thank you for feeling safe for coming up with us. I'm saying it for me. I'm sure
No, I
Noble's
appreciate the space. Trust me. I enjoy being here.
Oh,
We enjoy you. Definitely do.
We enjoy you. We enjoy
How
you.
that clone are you coming?
We're still waiting on parts.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
He said a clone.
You clone.
Look at what it showed.
Oh my god, I can't with you guys. Oh my god, I can't. I cannot do it with you guys.
It's been a running joke since he met me about a month or 2 ago, right?
Yeah, about a month or 2 ago.
Yeah, she has a great spirit.
Absolutely. You can tell they wouldn't be in it because you see a lot of whatever, even if they're mod, you see a lot of nasty females in this space.
Oh yeah.
Acting like they about something, but they not about nothing.
Yeah.
Want to be seen, want to be heard, be having so-called husbands and boyfriends. You see a sister like her was solid. You see about what she say.
And she's not up here for she's not up here for the need. She already knows who she is, ladies.
Order the bait. Yeah.
She knows who she is. Candace Ann right here. She know who she is. Melissa James, she know who she is. These women know who they are. Gail, they know. Look, I'm telling y'all. And Laquita over here, blind guy, his wife.
Yeah.
These women know who they are. They're not here for you to be like, hey, look at me. The beauty is within their presence, and people don't understand. I'll end it like this. This is why your boy lied about, Sarah. She was so beautiful that he lied when he went to another kingdom and be like, no, that ain't my wife. That's my sister. His wife was so beautiful in the Bible. He lied just so the king wouldn't kill him to get his wife. Beauty is a gift, but it also comes inside too. It's a gift too. So, with my camera doing what it's doing. Sorry, y'all. So,
showing us Thriller.
just showing y'all Michael now. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for coming up.
Definitely.
I love everybody in this chat. I love all you guys that had came out. And I mean that genuinely, because nobody says that again it's following my hand. Nobody says that on YouTube at all. And I never know if any other man had a man say that to them. Y'all won't realize how deep that is. That's a whole nother show. That's a show by itself.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother show. So I really appreciate you guys for coming out, everybody in the chat. I need everybody, these two, all of us three, we're about to go over there. I need y'all to go to Suzette Speaks. She should be already starting in about 15 minutes or so, or already now. And peace, love, hair grease, and we're gonna do it with, I don't know what one I'm gonna use, guys. Let me see which one I'm gonna use.
She puts it back like 15 minutes, so we ain't missing nothing.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to thank you guys for coming over here, man. As y'all can see, it's proof, and Jenny and the world class, for those that are watching, can prove what I'm about to say. If you see the people in the chat, they don't usually be together in the same places.
That's true.
These two right here, and Gail's here too. People in the chat can tell you most of these people are not in the same places, and it's this calm and collective. Mm-hmm. That's the space I wanted to create, because nobody else is doing it. You know why? Because they're too busy saying, "Oh man, you like my bow tie today? Look at me, I'm looking fresh." I don't talk about none of that. It's not about that. It's about you guys. Yep.
But
it's about you guys.
It speaks to the quality of person that you are. Because you got D2 best moderators. You got D2 best moderators in this whole space who mod for people with 100,000 subscribers, 50,000. You got 92.
Right.
So it speaks to the quality of person that you have been. You know what I'm saying? To have both of them there at the same time. That's the first time I've ever seen both of them in the same chat at the same time. But hey, you know how you support us. We appreciate you. Like I said in the chat, man, a lot of people, you got some people that draw crowds, and you got people that draw the people that draw crowds. That's the type of person you are.
Oh wow!
Appreciate
Peace to Savannah. Hey, I need y'all to go to her. Hey, she about to blow up like TNT.
And subscribe to Jenny. Subscribe to Jenny.
And I don't have a channel. Don't start.
Subscribe. It might come like 5 years from now. Subscribe.
It might come.
But I might do is knitting online.
And what I like about
that's what's needed.
She could just talk about.
This is what I do. I might do that online.
No, you know what else you could do though? You could talk about how you learn how to be the wife that you are. That's a channel by itself. It's not out there. And I'll help you with it. I'll trigger certain questions for you to answer. This stuff is needed, because you got see this sister right here that I got highlighted. She's in her 20s. She's about the age of my daughter. That's the next generation. Somebody got to pass it down to them. Not saying that her mother didn't do a good job, or she's not like that now. But if we encourage her even more, I'm telling you, she's the future. Savannah is the future, guys. That's our future right there that I have highlighted. She's about the age of my daughter. My daughter's 24. Savannah's around either about a year or two younger. I'm telling you, that's the future. And people like you, Jenny, you are very much needed.
Absolutely.
Just your presence alone. Do you know your presence alone calms down platforms and neighborhood and like rooms? You have that type of spirit. That's crazy.
It depends. If it's chaotic, and they're not receptive, it's not gonna help.
Right. Because you're not going to take the energy on with you. Look, I know how you roll, sis. You're that person.
But if
You
it's a receptive area and I can make jokes and break the monotony, yeah, I'll do it.
see, y'all. This is why I need y'all to push her right here. Here it is, right there. I've been quitting every 3. We all know that feeling. Oh my god. She said, I've been
Her and
quitting.
Gail. Her and Gail. Gail's actually
Her
right
and
there.
Gail. They always saying that. but Savannah is like, she's gonna be like the daughter I never had, guys, digitally, digital wise. I mean, seriously. And I'm taking her under my wing. I'm not saying by force whether she wants to or not, but I'm taking her under my wing. You know what I'm saying, Jenny? And I know Jenny in my heart that I could send her to you if she wanted a different point of view. Melissa Jane, is everybody in the chat, all the women in the chat, I can send her to you guys if she has something she might not want to ask her aunt or mother. That's the village that I'm talking about.
Yep.
There's a lot of dope women in the space. You mentioned
It is.
Gail, Chantel, Simone.
Yes.
I was so lucky in there. You got Marshawn, Denise. You got Dallas D. That it came through.
Dallas D. Yes.
Yeah, Melanated and Candid Productions. Check them out. You have what's the young lady name to do the Security Boss.
Security Boss. Oh yeah.
Candid. I seen her yesterday for the first time on Intentional Millionaire. Bro, great stream, bro. Great stream.
Bro,
great stream.
She
that was
is
needed.
a beast. Yeah, she's a beast. She said I was
She's
here
that
definitely
about
personally.
Yeah, she's that.
I love it. And see, this is why I love this space, is because everybody's picking each other up. We cracking jokes. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I don't want nothing more or nothing less. If it's going to be more, it's going to be better than what it is now. Seriously. I grow, you grow. You grow, I grow. And we can grow together and grow places together. How about that? You see what I'm saying? So, this is why I'm saying, I started off, and Jenny was the first one here today. Jenny, what I started off with 1, then I just keep going. Next thing you know, the chat just like bloop, 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 bloop. I'm like, man, because I had text the world class. I'm like, hey man, I'm going. Him and Big Mike say, hey, I'm going. Let's do it. And Gail's gonna get on me. She's like, you're supposed to do it at least the night before so I can send it out, because Gail will send it out. If she sees my stuff the night before, she will send it out for you. And so will Jenny. They will just send it out. Once they see it, I'm like,
that's what you do. Just tag us, and I can put it in my community tab. I got one now. Thank you, finally. And I can put it in my community tab. You know, everybody couch game, they gonna pull up. They know you from the space, and that's just how you grow your channel and give people a different perspective. Like I said,
okay, Noble, thank you. We don't have to say it, Noble. Watch this. Thank you. We don't. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Savannah.
Natural beauty is rare now, so we appreciate it.
Very rare.
Definitely.
Oh, this is fresh face out the shower.
But I'm gonna tell y'all this.
Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels. Okay, what do you rate yourself? Fresh face. There it is. There it is, guys.
This is the faces we fall in love with. We don't fall in love with that face beat stuff. We fall in love with this. When you wake up in the morning, and this is what you're looking at. Yeah, you about to make me some to eat?
There it is.
And you about to cook?
No, don't be. I don't want you to ever be ashamed of your beauty, sis, because it's like
it's not bad.
No, but I
know.
She don't like
attention.
Yeah,
but it's okay. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it because you know why else I did it? Because y'all just saw humbleness. See, I have a method to my madness. I did it because I knew she was gonna show humbleness.
Yeah.
See that?
It's not like, look at me. I can't. That's
see?
Not in
Pat the bonnet. Like I would. I'm horrible. I'm the worst. I'm super conceited.
I never understood what that was about, but I'm learning. As I'm more in the spaces, I learned.
It's actually a self-soothing technique, because they're afraid that there's other women that's prettier than them and gonna get attention. So they do that and I talked about it last night. This dismissiveness. Our people, a lot of our people's confidence and identity is dependent on dismissiveness. And we have a lot of self-soothing techniques. Some of it look like aggression. Some of it look like fake apathy, fake humility. But we use dismissiveness just to avoid bad feelings. because your value system is other people's stuff. It's being able to get some title or some accomplishment, or have something, and you don't really, the human in you don't ever develop, and you do crazy things, man. Crazy things that people that, because it doesn't make sense when you look at it. You see some chicks that really don't look that good and they super arrogant, and you see chicks that look amazing and they super humble. So it has to be something else. It can't just be the looks. So that's why I always tell people to look at the
character. It's the character.
The character.
The neurology, how the brain works. What I want women to start thinking about is, how about we raise our children based off how the brain works?
Right.
That needs to be the new move in motherhood. How does this brain actually work?
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll move us forward, because it'll help what we're trying to do in psychology, because we actually don't know how it works. Could you imagine if you went to Walmart, somebody worked there for 30 years and they didn't know what nothing was? Most people can't name the parts of their brain or how it functions.
Ooh, the amygdala, the hippocampus. Come on, let's get into it. Let's get into it. The periaqueductal gray area. Come on, I'm trying to ease into that, world class and Jenny. I'm trying to ease into that, because people don't even realize that we have crystals in our brain. But that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
I learned something new. Thank you.
Yes, that's why. Yeah. That's why when you saw the last Raiders of the Lost Ark, they were showing the aliens, but they were controlling things with crystals, which makes sense because crystals in water actually holds memory.
Facts.
That's a whole nother show.
More information.
Let me stop. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Remember, water holds memory. That's why when me and my wife go shopping today and I go get the spring water, I watch where Deer Park get their springs from and what area, because it's holding memory wherever that water's coming from. And it's three places that Deer Park gets their spring water from, and two of them are like from down south and like mid East Coast. But I watch exactly what I'm drinking, because water holds memory.
Oh, wow.
Right. And there was a guy named, I think it's Adamoto or something like that.
Yeah, Dr. Komodo. Yep.
Dr. Komodo, yeah. And he taught us how to program water. That water will crystallize based off the vibration and the frequency. Literal, real, scientific frequencies will affect water.
Yes.
That is the reason that affirmations and prayer works, because you're made of 70 or 82% water. Yes. And in your brain is mainly water. Even the physical part is mainly water. And 85% of the nutrients you eat go to your brain first.
What are we born in?
Water.
What are we born in, Nova? Okay.
Water.
Yeah.
What is the high percentage of our body made up of?
Water.
What we can't live without.
Can't live without it. You can't live without it, because
most of the diseases come from dehydration.
Yep. No. I'm just saying. No, you're right, because Dr. Komodo was talking about how if he played rap music or rock and roll with the water, it turned into black crystals. When he played symphony music and opera music, it had different colors. He did this with water.
That's why I always played Baroque classical music, and when I first started my lives, I've been rationing last couple days, but it would, down to the molecules, it will show synchronized formations. It will actually show a Merkaba, show a 6-pointed, whatever that 6-pointed thing is.
Yes.
Versus playing some aggressive music, it'll deteriorate. The whole, on a molecular level, it'll deteriorate. It'll be this mutant form. So this all this stuff is science, man, that we used to know. That's why I'm talking to people about things like etymology, parsing, syntax, to get you in the habit of looking up the origin of things, and you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So because
if it's energy, and it's 12:45, but if it's energy, right, like Jenny, so it makes sense why they would, I'm gonna use this, implement baptism, but the energy of that man doing it is very powerful if it's a tub and not a river, but a tub, because his energy is transferring into that water.
That water, yeah.
So if he's not heavily prayed up or meditated, you don't know what's being passed on to you. Just saying. Because he's not in that mode. It's their energy. So you start talking about energy and water, this is what I was getting to Noble about yesterday. This is the route I'm going, where we can learn this stuff to where Jenny can say, hey, son, daughter, I need you to watch this and understand this. It's part of the schooling. It's part of the schooling. And that's why I'm starting with the 6 basic, human needs. That came up from Tony Robinson's. But then they have the 3 necessities. I think it was water, food, and I think air. And you can go what is it, Noble? 3 weeks without food, and only 3 days without water, and then only 3 minutes without breathing. Something like that. It's all in threes.
3 days without water. You
Yep.
can go about 3 weeks, a little bit over 3 weeks without food. Yeah.
Yep.
Put you down.
It's all in threes. Yep. And the threes go back to what I was telling Westside Coolick about. It goes back to threes, and you had the 3 things of the pyramid: 1, 2, 3. No matter how you turn it, a lot of things dealt with numbers back then too. So that's how a lot of codes and stuff get broken. That's the stuff we're gonna get into over here. I'm gonna make sure we all learn. So with that being said, we got to get over to Suzette Speaks. We got to show
Great to be with you, Jenny. Definitely great to be. Hopefully, I created. I'm looking for Savannah and Breezy, who'll be on my channel to head out night, ladies' night. Yeah, that'd be a good place for y'all to have for you to come up. I'll be ratchet.
She already knows. She get mad. Look, maybe she can come in your space and comment. She'd be like, she just come in
when
like
she gets to
this.
the chat. She do when she gets to the chat. But I appreciate you having me up. I'm glad I was able to be here on your first live when you dropped the link, and appreciate Big Mike for coming up. And
Thank you
I
for
appreciate
having
you
me.
guys. Oh no, thank you for gracing us and the world. And guys, this is how we're gonna do it. We thank y'all for coming out, and we are out.